he get upset if we clap? Oh!
There we have flyout number 1.
Oh, buddy. Can we clap?
Let's not clap.
All right, let's now.
Not yet.
Not yet.
He's actually in that. Now, we won't tell you what she's got in her hand, but let me remind you to be sure she's washed them before you shake her hand after this is over. Buddy is now 4 years old. You can tell, you already knew that by his plumage. You already knew that because you've been marking his birthday, sending him cakes and presents, sending us advice on how to take care of him, building him a new home, coming to visit him, and making him the handful that he currently is. There we go. And see, all of that is normal. This is his first real public appearance. You're there. Now, that's not to say we haven't had him on the glove and walked him around or taken him into a room full of people, but this is it. This is the premiere.
The flashes bother?
Flashes don't bother him at all. That's fine. You see, he's quite a handsome guy. Now, what makes Buddy special is not that he's a 4-year-old eagle. It's not that he sits on a glove. It's not that he'll take a little morsel of food from somebody's hand. Oh, here we go. Now, part of what I should be doing is fundraising for my chiropractor. Because I will see him on Monday morning, I'm quite certain, if we do enough of this wrestling. But when I went the other day, he says, "What's wrong with you?" He says, "You used to come in with back injuries from splitting wood and hauling logs." He says, "Now you've got injuries consistent with sitting at a computer all the time." Welcome to my world. Buddy is a gateway animal. He is an ambassador in the truest sense of the word. He is the bird who led us to the Eagle Nation. He is the bird who started this relationship. He is the bird who inspired the love that all of you have for this individual, for this species, and increasingly for all wildlife. Over the last year, we have been exposing all of our web viewers to different types of wildlife. We're not in the same business that Reese and Brian Watts and the folks here at the garden are in, at least in how it manifests itself. Reese is our go-to guy, and Brian is a go-to guy on eagles in the wild. Dr. Mitchell Bird, one of my dearest friends for many, many years. I've learned so much about eagles from him, and now I learned so much this weekend from them. What we do is learn about the individual birds through clinical care, through the environmental research we do as a result of their health problems. We're working on issues like lead poisoning. We're doing studies on the effect of anesthetics on eagles so that we know how to care for them in a surgical situation. We're trying new treatment techniques all the time. We're publishing those findings. We started off in 1985 getting one bald eagle in. That bald eagle had been poisoned by the chemical carbofuran. We found out about it. As a result of that one eagle, it took us 2 decades of constant work to get that chemical banned, first in Virginia, then nationwide, and that particular bird led to the ban of that chemical, which according to EPA was killing 2 million birds a year when used according to the label. One eagle opened that door because we were able to study the health of the one bird, identify a threat to all birds. We're going to do the yo-yo thing here, and then act on it. That's what makes the wildlife different from your average rehabilitation center. Yeah, we want to birds. Yeah, we want to take care of the broken animals and get them back to the wild. But the most important thing for us is finding out why that injury took place in the first place. finding out what we can do to not just remove the injury, but remove the threat. That's what we're about, and we work closely with our colleagues, such as those at the Center for Conservation Biology, our friends and colleagues here at Norfolk Botanical Garden, and most importantly, through our new family, our online family, our friends here today, the people who care about wildlife, because only through humans will animals be saved. Conservation is a social science as much as it is a field science. Your engagement, your involvement, your support of the Wildlife Center, your support of the garden, your support of the Center for Conservation Biology, it matters. All three of our organizations are small enough where your contributions are meaningful to us. They really matter. But we're big enough, all three of us, to change the world. And with you, through you, with friends like Buddy, that's exactly what we're here to do. So let me put him away, and then you can clap. Hang on one quick